I didn't write the book in order to affect perceptions of Islam. Um, I know that it's been, to use probably the wrong word, something of a revelation for many non-Muslims, but it has been for many Muslims too. It's obviously conservative Muslims and I have quite major differences, but we have hashed them out in public, and we have agreed to respectfully disagree, which I think is very fair. But the majority of Muslims worldwide have been tremendously supportive. And in fact, I've been getting emails and comments in social media and so on, which are both humbling and incredibly moving. And very strange to get, it's very strange for an agnostic Jew to get an email from someone saying, "Hi, I just wanted to thank you because I never thought of, I'm Muslim, by identity, by upbringing and so on, but I never thought of myself in any way religious, but you've brought me back to my faith." Oh, it's, let's say, humbling and moving, but that was obviously not my intention. But just to be able to have had this privilege, to be, to have had the ability to show Muhammad in full, as a man in full, to make him real, has been really exciting. And it's a Muhammad that I think most people, both Muslim and non-Muslim, really, really appreciate. A Muhammad who's deeply involved with social and economic justice. A Muhammad who is capable of saying when he's wrong, as with the whole incident, the satanic verses, when he publicly renounced what he just said and said, "No, I was wrong," knowing what it would bring down on him, which is a whole pile more harassment and attacks on him, both verbal and physical, by the way. A man of great courage, but a man torn. I mean, the issues involved in his life are issues worldwide of all times. They're between faith and politics, between pragmatism and idealism, between pacifism. For those first 12 years after he started preaching in Mecca, he was downright Gandhian in his passive resistance to violent attacks on him. But then once he was in exile and became a political leader, then the demands of politics make themselves felt, and you find a far more ambivalent attitude towards violence. And in fact, there were 3 battles with Mecca until finally it surrendered to him in what's called the Fatah, which is the opening of Mecca to Islam and to Muhammad. But what's amazing to me is that even then, and he was 60 years old at this time, even then, he didn't stay in Mecca and sort of enjoy the accolades and so on and so on, and enjoy being, the big guy, the head of Arabia, basically, the leader of all of Arabia. He went back to Medina, the place that had offered him refuge, the place where he'd created this whole new movement of Islam, this whole new people, the Ummah of Islam, and died just 2 years later. It's as though he'd done what he came to do. He was clearly exhausted, clearly exhausted. He used to go out to the graveyard in Medina by night and sort of talk to the dead, to the old comrades in arms of his who were buried there. But even then, he wanted to be alone, but he couldn't be alone. How do we know this? Because people were in the shadows watching him. When you're the center of attention like that, you're never alone. So much is demanded of you. I mean, being a rock star on Idol today is nothing compared to what it was then. And you can feel this longing in him for just rest, I've done it, I'm done, enough, let me go. And then he died at age 62.